Test and tune. Trying a couple things out. And why don't you go ahead and give me a quick comment, just so that I know that you are out there today. I want to see how it shows up on my screen and on your screen as well. Just trying to test out a few marvelous things. Got inspired by watching somebody else do something. And what would any test be without some fun person like this person right there? And check it out. We've got things that pop up on the screen interactively. I don't even have to click a button. All the comments just show up on the screen like nobody's business. Jess, how are you doing? I can't hear you. Oh no, I can't hear her. That's not good. And she's complete with big hair. Oh, there, she had to plug her headphones with microphone in to the computer. That really does help, Jess. Uh-oh, she's moving around. Oh.
Different headphones.
Oh. She's got the laptop microphone going on. Mary, Melissa, Kim, Anna, Cheryl, Mary. Well, that's really, it's Mary twice. How are you guys doing? Oh, she's grabbing the spare pair. That's right, the spare pair.
They're so tangled.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna bounce you out for a second, and I'm gonna bring you right back in. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna take this back out. Uh-oh. I'm gonna put this up. Then I'm gonna put this up. That's how we do it. That way. Oh, now I got Jess's head cut off. Okay, hold on a second. Now I'm gonna do this. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, there's me.
Okay, that's kind of, well, I don't know if that's better or not. So I'm testing something new and fancy. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but place where when people go ahead and make really awesome comments, they actually just show up on the screen for everybody to see. Technically, I mean, that means I don't even have to, click on this. I can still click on that with Mandy saying hi to Aaron. So hi, Aaron. Hi, Mandy. But it's all there at the top. We're all just kind of bouncing up there, and you can also tell where they're commenting from, be it YouTube or Facebook, just by looking at the cute little comments. Yeah. Oh, I'm fancy.
You're so fancy.
I'm bougie, as Danny would say. So that's kind of cool. So I guess that means also people should be careful what they type, because it's gonna be there on either video platform at the same time forever and ever. Amen.
So don't post mean stuff.
Yeah, don't
be
break
nice.
Don't break Wheaton's law. And if you don't know what that is, that's what Wikipedia is for. And yes, you know what? May 1st is right around the corner, which means we only have just over 2 weeks before our marathon show.
That's right.
For the world. So I am testing some new and interesting tech out, or I should say more like configurations, in order to kind of get an idea of what we can do here. Mainly because I want to be able to make sure that everybody is a part of the show. I'm going to go ahead and just say that to everybody out there, I've also got a number of different Facebook groups that have already agreed to allow me to share the show to their pages as well, which I think is really cool, because we all know that in most Facebook groups in the Disney realm, they tend to, I don't want to say frown. They have rules and guidelines in regards to sharing on people's pages, and I get it. I understand it. It's actually not a bad idea. but they're actually going to allow us to not only share the upcoming information about the show, but they're going to allow us to share during the show a few times, since it is going to be 12 hours of awesomeness. So, Jess, I have to ask, what is going to be your preferred snack during the 12-hour marathon show?
My go-to snacks lately have been, I really shouldn't show you guys this, but cupcakes. Right now, Reese's Hearts, because I ran out of eggs. And the Hershey's Hugs and Kisses.
Hugs and kisses. I know they're the kisses, but what's the hug part? Do they have almonds in them?
No, it's a white chocolate. White cream and kisses.
White cream and kisses. You know, technically, white chocolate is not technically chocolate.
I don't care what it is. My pregnant butt loves them.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this story is over. I cannot come back with a comeback for that one.
I did my diabetes test last week, and no gestational diabetes. So I'm going to continue to eat all the chocolate that I want.
My gosh, that's not how this is supposed to work. I'm granted, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, and I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But I don't think it's supposed to work that way.
That's what does it say? Peanuts and mini M&Ms.
Peanuts and mix. Oh yeah, I mean trail.
Just give me the M&Ms. I'm such a sucker for sweets right now.
Oops, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
Nope, that works. Okay, wait, let's see.
I love.
It kind of works.
Anything sweet. We'll be at Disney next week. I'm gonna eat my weight in Dole Whip again, because the Froyo place down the street now has Dole Whip.
Oh, there you go.
From our house.
Okay.
So I've been frequenting there a few too many times. Dole Whip, premium ice cream bars. What else?
You know what I had the other night that I thought was actually kind of crazy, but also really good?
What?
I had.
You scared me.
Nick?
I said, do you want a hug?
No, it's my mom.
Hi, Mom.
I can't get you. Hey, Mr. Chris.
Hey, hi, Mom.
Marble on.
Uh-oh.
I'm on a show.
Really?
Yep. Okay, what did you have?
Okay, I had a crustless pizza from Lou Malnati's.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't pronounce it. Anyway,
Guys, get.
the crust is made out of sausage, like a half-inch of sausage, layered with cheese and that chunky type tomato sauce and pepperoni and mushrooms. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome.
Guys.
Oh. Well, then just go what we have.
Boot it. This is what happens when I don't go to my office.
Jess, is it like $40?
$42.19 every month.
$42.19.
For what?
Hulu Live.
Oh, Hulu Live. Okay. Oh, by the way, Alexis mentions Wisconsin State Fair cream puff.
So Nick and I just had this conversation because we were talking about the last few races that I have this summer.
Yeah.
And one of them is the cream puff race, and it's July 17th, so it's kind of pushing it close to my due date. But he was like, I want to go to State Fair and get a cream puff. Well, the State Fair runs from August 1st to August 11th.
Aren't you due on the 15th?
I'm due the 10th.
Jeez.
So he will not be going to the State Fair this year, and he's very sad about it. But
where is the State Fair?
Milwaukee.
Oh, that's right. It's like, was it southwest of the actual city?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know where that's at.
Yep.
I may have to just come up there and hang out with him and take and he and I can go to the State Fair.
Yeah, you guys can go together. And then I'll call you and be like, guess what? Baby K is on her way.
Oh. What?
We're gonna watch Thor tonight.
Okay.
We're catching up on our Marvel movies, so we can go see Endgame.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In here now. Marvel movies. You can literally.
Yes,
go
babe.
through
I am on a live show right now. Mr. Chris is on live right now.
Can I watch it?
Yes, you can watch him. You can pull it up.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That is actually really funny. Okay. Now, are you planning on going to Summerfest?
I don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel. Because that's like around the 4th of July.
Right.
So I don't know. It kind of depends on
4th of July, Milwaukee, summer, you being pregnant.
Yeah.
Although have they released the performer list yet? Anything good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty sad that I'm gonna miss some of these. I know. Oh, J-Lo is coming. That's a big one that's coming.
That's okay.
Yeah, for Summerfest.
There is not enough beer in Milwaukee that can make me drunk enough to want to go see J-Lo.
What about Willie Nelson?
Oh my gosh.
No. Jason Aldean. It's a lot of country this year, which is my realm.
Well, why though? Milwaukee is not exactly what I would call a country type of town.
You'd be surprised. Lionel Richie will be there.
Yeah.
Hello. I just know hello. Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg. Is that more your style, Mr. Chris?
Yeah. Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually, to tell you the truth, the funny part is that I probably would go watch Snoop Dogg. I probably would.
I'm saving a lot of money by not going to Summerfest this year.
Okay.
There are a lot of
Just some corn and beer and we'll be fine.
a lot of concerts at the amphitheater this year, which is very good for my pocketbook. Or let's be real here, very good for Nick's pocketbook.
Even when I lived in Milwaukee, I never had a chance to go to Summerfest.
Really?
No, I was lame. I really was.
Oh man!
And now that I'm old enough to actually go to Summerfest, I don't have. It's not something that my spousal support unit would like to go to. I know my kids would not necessarily enjoy it. The problem of it is that okay. Here's the question I have for you.
What?
Especially as someone who's, I won't say a local, but a very frequent visitor to the Milwaukee area. Where the heck fire do people park for Summerfest, considering it's down on the beach?
Well, they have parking, but you have to pay a lot for it.
And it's spread out everywhere.
We normally park at the bar, and then we go to one of the bars that has a shuttle, and then take the shuttle.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking. Is like you almost have to go out by where Scooters is and some of those other places, and then either take a shuttle. I know it's not an impossible walk.
Oh, I've done it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not an impossible. I mean, I've done it too. I've done that particular area from MSOE, which was a very long walk, but I've done it.
Well, it's not long when you don't remember.
I can't debate the logic you have. It's like the intelligence has increased because there's two of you now. So I mean, Princess K, you two are getting your superwoman powers together and activating and coming up with all these smart, intelligent anecdotes. Yes,
It's true.
So
Nick has a pocketbook. Yep.
yeah, Nick has a pocketbook. Okay. I'm gonna try one more thing. I gotta see if I can switch these things around. I'm gonna knock you off for a second. No, still always wants to go there. That's stupid. Let me try this again. All right, that's actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
Although it kind of cuts your head off, but no, that's. I guess I'll have to change some of the formatting of some order to do it. So those are watching right now. Please do me a favor. Comment in the comment section if you would, please. Obviously,
make fun of my husband.
Yeah, make fun of her husband or her husband. Tell me if you like having the comments on the screen like this. This is not going to replace comments like, this. It won't replace that. It won't replace that. But it'll kind of supplement some of the things that we do, watching the live interaction. Everybody will see the live interaction, not just, as you can see here, Mary is watching on Facebook, or excuse me, Mary is watching on YouTube. Justin's watching on Facebook, and Margie says yes, and vice part is on my display here. I can see it when it comes up, and it instantly slides over there as well. Let's see. Mary can't see them when she's on the phone. Maybe you can see them on a computer or iPad. Yeah, I would bet that it's kind of small on a small display. Aaron, for an old guy like me, it's hard to read. Dude, you're not old. You come on. You're not old. Mary's on YouTube tonight. Justin, he can't read it very well. Let's see.
Yeah, it does look hard to read on the phone.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks a little bit better if you have it like this way, but then you can't comment. So.
Okay. Let's see. Joanne likes how both platforms are combined into one location. It's not very clear on Facebook. Okay. Because there's a couple different reasons why I want to do this. Obviously, it's like for my guests, whoever is like especially like, I shouldn't say, either my guests to see the comments easily, or Danny when he's here instead of Jess to actually see the comments like this without having to go through a lot of issues. Hey, this is why we test and tune. This is why we try to play around and see what works best. Let's see. But Mary does think it's cool to see the comments together. Let me press this button.
It is nice to see the comments together.
Yeah. See,
that just.
Yeah. Although. Okay. I'm going to switch over to my other computer for a second. I don't know how bad this is going to screw up, so just give me a second. You should still be able to hear me, but I won't be able to see anything.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
It's dinging.
Oh. It's dinging.
No, it stopped dinging.
Okay. Let's see. If I go over here and I click on this. Okay. What if I do...
Well,
I know. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm trying to play around with how this looks. It's not super duper crystal clear, but I know that's... Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let me press this button here. Okay. Let me see if I can see how this changes as I do it. This is actually quite funny. Well, it is kind of funny. It's kind of neat. Okay. I don't know if I can... Okay, let me switch computers again. Okay. All right. Let's see. So, Jess, you got a question down there. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see it. I got my phone up. Jess, when are you getting ready for wine and dine training? So I'm signed up for the 5K. I haven't signed up for the 10K or the half yet, just because it's really expensive and we don't know if I'm gonna do the whole weekend yet or not. But normally my training would be all summer because I would be running halves every weekend.
Right.
And then go into wine and dine and I would be fine. This summer's a little different. I'm not doing anything over a 5K.
That makes sense, though.
I did a 5K this past weekend. This one, Sweet Home Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. And it kicked my butt. Because I've got a nice belly now, so she was not having it. And she was bouncing all over the place. So,
well, duh.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Because I can go out and just run and it's not an issue. But so with this year, I'm just going to try to wing it. And I don't suggest that at all. I suggest going to the Run Disney page, checking out their training guide from Jeff Galloway and following that training plan. I know for a fact I won't be able to because I'm not going over 3 miles. So, but if you can and you're able, do it because you'll feel a lot better when it comes race time.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I can only imagine that. Is it wrong for me to call you jiggly?
No, because I am jiggly right now.
Okay. I didn't know if that was I didn't know if that was kind of one of those things where yeah.
Nope, definitely am. Brunette. I see another question for me. How am I feeling? I feel good. This has been a very rough pregnancy. So because Mason was early, I get a shot once a week in my tuchus on Tuesdays. So I hate Tuesdays and I always text these guys and I'm like, guys, it's Tuesday. I hate Tuesdays. So I have that every week. I have an injection that I have to give myself daily. I just got over bronchitis. I had bronchitis when we were down for my birthday. So I've been sick this whole time. And I'm finally starting to feel better. We leave next Tuesday for Disney. And I'm like, called my doctor today and I was like, please tell me I can take like airborne or something because I need to not be sick for 5 days.
Aren't you like on like prenatal vitamins and a whole bunch of
yeah.
vitamin C and stuff like that?
Yeah. I have a med cabinet next to me at all times. And I'll tell you, bronchitis when you're pregnant is the worst possible thing. It is miserable because they can't give you the good stuff that they can give normal people to knock it out in a few days.
Can't give you the good stuff.
I've been sick since January.
Yeah, I know. You have been very sick. And by the way, guys, I'm fixed things here. So you have been sicker than I think I've ever known anybody to actually. I've never known anybody to be as sick as you have been when it comes to this sort of thing. So it's been miserable. But thankfully, after tomorrow, I only have 4 shots left. Okay.
16 down, 4 to go. But I still have to go to the doctor's office. Now I'm there twice a week instead of 4 times a week. So that's nice. They don't get to see my face as often, but I'm okay with that.
Okay, give me a second. I'm messing around with some settings here.
What did Justin say? I do the rock and roll and hot chocolate and 5K throughout the summer. I love the rock and roll runs. I know Nashville was just this last weekend.
Okay.
This was the crazy part. The NFL draft and Rock and Roll Nashville were both in Nashville at the same time. They said the city was packed, but on the course, every few miles, or it was like every mile and then every like half mile was a different NFL team like sported that mile, which was super cool. And I was like, oh, that would have been so cool to do the half and got to see the Packers like area, because go Pack go. Except the Packers were at mile 17, so I wouldn't have seen them.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
No, but I've done Rock and Roll Chicago, which was absolutely miserable because it was cold and raining. And I've done Rock and Roll Seattle, and that was miserable because it was so hilly. If you guys didn't know, Seattle is hilly like San Francisco.
I did not realize that.
Let me tell you, it definitely is.
Sorry, I'm playing around with some settings here. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to switch back. All I know is I do want to try to do some 5Ks around the place here.
I still have to cross Indiana off my list.
Yeah, I hear you. Brian says Seattle has stairs, not sidewalks.
It does.
Yeah?
It does. There was one hill that I got to, and it was around mile 9. So that's normally when I'm like finally in my groove and I'm like, all right, I can totally do this. And I like stopped at the bottom of the hill and I looked straight up and was like, oh my God, there's no way. It was like this. And there was a counter at the bottom and I was like, all right, a minute, let's go. And I busted my butt up the hill. I was like running. People are like crawling up the hill and I'm like, nope, I'm up. It was bad. I was not expecting it to be like that. I was, pretty by the bay. I was expecting nice and easy.
We did a 5K here in my subdivision one time, and the funny part is that you went down my hill just by my house, which was great. But the evil SOBs that decided to do it decided also you go down to a certain point, turn around, then you go up my hill.
Well, yeah.
Well, so going up my hill was like you first off there was a water station at the bottom of it. That was good because I drank, kind of splashed the water on me to go up. And then I was like, I just wanted to stop and drink more water from my hose or something like that on the way back up. So, so is it now time to go? Why is it sunny by you?
Because it's 7 o'clock. Oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock.
I haven't seen the sun all day. Are you gonna like watch Thor now?
We're watching Thor tonight. Nick's in the bathroom.
Okay.
But,
well, thanks for and thanks for not taking the computer in there to.
Well, I can hear the cats out here fighting, so I got to be mama and, put my foot down.
I hear you. Well, listen, why don't you go ahead and drop. I'm going to stick around here for a little bit as I tune a few things, but to go enjoy Thor. I will tell you, Natalie Portman is underrated in that movie, if you ask me. But the problem of it is that Natalie Portman in that movie, and then I also remember her in, of course, episode 1 and episode 2 of the Star Wars saga. So it's like she really has some balance that she has to do. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah, we gotta catch me up on this.
Oh, by the way, so if you want to see something funny with Natalie Portman, go ahead and look up Natalie Portman rap or something like that from Saturday Night Live. You got to get the uncensored version. It's really pretty nasty, but it's actually pretty funny at the same time. Just go ahead and say.
I'll have to watch that.
All right. We'll talk to you later, Jess.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, cool. So, with that being said, as you can see, trying to deal with a little bit of the comments. I know it kind of how clear it is kind of probably depends on what you're actually watching it on and if you're watching it on full screen or not. Obviously on, handheld devices, it's going to look small. And I think everybody who does this on their streams outside of me going ahead and, popping it up on the screen like that, it is going to look a little bit small. Well, the idea here is not necessarily to replace the pop-up comments like this, but to supplement, the conversation, and so that everybody can see what everybody is saying, regardless of platform you are on. In a way, it's kind of integrating all the comments together, which is really kind of cool. And so to Alex, I'm doing just fine. Thank you. So anyway, I appreciate you guys letting me know. I'm going to stick around here for just another minute or two. I'm trying to just fine tune this a little bit better, how to work through this. This is not exactly the easiest thing in the world to work that up again. See, like, for example, I need to bring this in a little bit. Okay. And I don't know if there's anything else I need to do along the lines of making sure it looks good. We'll have to see how it goes. If you happen to be coming on board and just taking a look, this is just a little bit of a test and tune. So to people who I haven't seen before, like you, hello, right back at you. Just kind of playing around with some things. We do this testing and tuning every once in a while, and we are preparing for our 12-hour marathon to support Give Kids World Village coming up May 18th, this Saturday, May 18th, starting at approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Time, going all the way through 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And if we're lucky, we may even go even longer. Who knows what that last hour is going to provide us, and along the lines of fun and interesting commentary from people. We've been known to stretch it out a little bit further just for the fun of it. That's right, for the fun of it. So this is not really a show. This is just me trying to do some testing. For those of you who missed Jess was on. She's one of the admins over at the WDW community page, which you should go ahead and take a look at that if you haven't already. One of the nicest group of people, no drama whatsoever. It's really fun. How was the movie? The movie was good. That's all I'm going to say about it here. I do plan on having a spoiler-full commentary on Wednesday, possibly. Wednesday is a little bit of a crapshoot, but possibly on Wednesday. I may have, I'm trying to get a hold of one person that I would really like to talk to about the film. And so I'm going to see if he is going to be able to join me for that. I will say this, I may actually go see the movie again, possibly this weekend. I will say this, the movie theaters out where I was, or I should say my local theaters, it was like some of the audio voice dialogue was not super clear, and I have a feeling there was something going on, because during a real quiet part I can hear a small buzz, and I recognize the buzz as what they call a ground loop buzz. I have a feeling they had a couple channels out of center channel audio is what it's called, dialogue audio. So I'm contemplating going to this one theater. It's about an hour away. And cost, well, significantly more. But it is a Dolby Cinema. And I would love to go see the movie there at the Dolby Cinema. I am a big fan of good movie theaters with comfy reclining seats and also like awesome sound, awesome picture is one of those things. You saw it on Friday at 7:15 and they were actually making popcorn. Funny part is that this past weekend I went out on a little weekend getaway with my wife to celebrate our anniversary. And there were several movie theaters in the area that we were at that had showings at like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 a.m., type of thing. And, 8 a.m. It's like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding. I was trying to convince my wife to go see it, but we wanted to see it with our son. And we weren't going to lie to him saying that we didn't see it without him. I don't think I could have done that. I think I would have been too excited. Is Danny going to be on the show on Tuesday? I'm hoping so. I haven't talked to him. He should be, but I usually don't talk to him on Mondays anyway, because Monday's usually a really crazy day for both of us. Chances are, as far as I know, he will be joining me on Tuesday. So that is at least the hope I have. Besides, he and I have got some catching up to do. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'll tell you right now, if I do talk about the movie, it'll probably be on Wednesday. There will be many opportunities for people to see that what see and hear that we're talking about is spoiler ridden. And so I am not going to be accused of dropping spoilers. People will be warned. It'll be a discussion about different things. So there will be no spoilers for those that are there, because they should be ones that have already have seen it. So Leslie, you saw it on Saturday night. Very cool. We actually got to the movie theater about an hour before showtime. And we were like maybe the 10th, 15th person in line to get into the theater, because I wanted certain seats. I'm like, yeah, these are my seats, that type of thing. So we actually got there a little bit early. But I had to be careful because I couldn't like eat popcorn and drink a lot of soda. So it's like right before the previews came on, had to use the facilities one last time just to make sure that didn't have to worry about it. Not a spoiler. If you're concerned about 64-ounce soda, 32-ounce bladder, I would probably say that if you have to sneak out sometime during the movie, I would say at the halfway point, about 90 minutes in, you should be able to get away with it depending on when you leave. So, Jerry, you've been told to see it at least twice because the first time will be so emotional that you'll miss things. I've come to the conclusion that some of the best movies that I've seen lately, I want to see again. Not because I've missed things and I thought it was bad or anything like that. It's just there are a lot of things that I think I would get more out of if I saw it a second time. But I will usually, in most cases, wait until I've actually, it's on video or something like that. So rarely will I go see a movie twice in the theaters. This one I probably will. And so, like Justin mentioned, there's over 100 different Easter eggs. I certainly didn't catch a lot of them, but I would say that I would probably catch more later if I saw it again. Mary, yeah, my spoiler-full commentary will probably be on Wednesday, and depending on the conversation that people have with me, then, I don't know. It may be a short episode. It may be a longer episode. I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't know. Okay. Someone asked me, why don't I go ahead and wait until, like, say, next week? Here's the reason why. First off, if I don't see the movie again this weekend, my problem is that I think I will miss a lot of details of what I would want to talk about, because it's not that I have a short memory. It's just that I think this is really super fresh in my mind because it was so intense. So that's why I'm doing that. So doing that on Wednesday. And I know that other shows are also talking about it in the same manner. And I'm not trying to copy them. I just think it's a good idea. So, Brunette, you're going again tomorrow. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, we only finished off. No, I take that back. I was going to say we've only finished off 1 tub of popcorn, but no, it was 1.5 tubs of popcorn, 1.5 big things of Diet Cherry Coke. And I think my son had 1 root beer. But it was kind of funny because, you know, I looked at my clock and I saw how long I've been in the movie. I'm like, oh, okay. I think I'm pretty safe to go ahead and drink the rest of my soda now. Yeah, Justin, you can't wait to see how other movies will be made. I think that's a really interesting point, or what's coming next. Although I will tell you this, my son had a very interesting observation, and I will not talk about that observation until the show on Wednesday. It's as simple as that. But it was very, very cool, and it was kind of funny. He made the comment. He unfortunately did not use his inside voice in the middle of this entirely silent theater at the end. It was really actually pretty funny. So, but yeah, no spoilers. There'll be a spoiler on Wednesday. And as I said, I'm going to plaster it all over the place to make sure people understand it is going to be spoilerful. And if anybody listens to it knowing that there's going to be spoilers all over the place, I'm sorry. It's one of those cases. All right. So there you have it. Playing around with comments on the screen. Seems to work out pretty well. I'll have to figure out how else I'm going to do this, or what else I'm going to do with it. Yeah. It's been a long day. All right. Any questions, comments, thought processes before I go here? Feel free. Put the comments in the doobly-doo or the doobly-doo. Oh, wait. Doobly-doo. Just let me know. I'll be on here for another couple minutes as I finagle. Hey, Justin, do me a favor. Send me a private message with 10 digits, if you would, please. Oh, so a lot of you probably don't realize this, but you know, Behind the Ears podcast is basically owned by Danny and myself under the under that particular name, and I am happy to say that we have renewed our LLC with the state of Indiana, as we are an Indiana corporation. And like other corporations, we do pay our taxes. That's been all paid for. We are an actual company. We have 2 shares. Danny holds one of them. I hold the other. That's right. 2 total shares in our company. It's kind of cool. So why do I say that? Well, we had to basically renew everything for the month of May, because it's been almost 2 years since we've been in an actual corporation, which I think is actually a pretty cool thing to say. We decided to become a corporation to be totally legit and to make sure that we make sure that all taxes are paid for appropriately. And, you know, we just wanted to make sure that, especially when it comes to our partners that help us financially, that everything is good for them and it's good for us as well. So it's kind of cool. Well, with that being said, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and go. Hope you enjoyed this little bit. If you have any questions or comments, especially about what you see here, feel free to private message me. or message us over at the Binders Podcast Facebook page. We thought that was kind of cool to be able to integrate comments on the screen regardless of where they come from. Who knows? We'll probably go ahead and do this tomorrow as well to give it a try and see how it works. Thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody has an absolutely magical day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.